on Fight Crip. Adam called Tania, called neighborhood Crip. Starting out my CM with a on hook, cut ruin relationships, cut do all types of weird on neighborhood Crip.
Hey man, it seemed like Crip Mac had Adam22 on a thin line. Crip Mac is back up at No Jumper for a second interview, man. And evidently something didn't go right. Adam22 done called one of Crip Mac's ex-girlfriends on live. And Crip Mac wasn't feeling it. I'm thinking Crip Mac is on the same time as 4Extra. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But before you do, man, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified, and hit that hype button. Get your boy into the algorithm. Let's get into this content, man.
After he protected Leonard the Plug in the alley. And we hit a few good topics. We're maybe like a half hour into the interview, right? And we talked about the neon thing. We talked about the trans thing. We talked about Blueface and like the fact that they did the 20 versus 1 together. You know, hit a bunch of topics. And then I'm thinking it's not going to be a big deal. I call Tania.
Why would you do that?
Unprompted?
Because I didn't know that he had negative feelings to Tania like the way that I quickly realized.
Adam22, you know you fucked up, cuz.
You was just playing all these songs together and shit. So
that's what I'm saying. And she's calling me, leaving me long ass voice notes and stuff, basically telling me that she wants to.
Them old songs when they was together, it ain't like
right.
that.
Yeah. But she's telling me that she wants to reconnect with him, that she wants to do music, that she's down to do podcasts. So I'm not thinking that he has some crazy grudge against her, because I've never heard him communicate that he has some level of anger towards Tania. Did you know that?
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I know this is gonna be off topic, but I gotta go back a couple seconds. Right here. I'm wondering, hold on.
She wants to reconnect with him, that she wants to do.
Do Munchie B see that light? You know what I'm saying? Can he see that light? All right, let's keep going.
Music, that she's down to do podcasts. So I'm not thinking that he has some crazy grudge against her, because I've never heard him communicate that he has some level of anger towards Tania. Did you know that?
I mean, I thought that was public information.
Man, I'm out here. I thought I was some sort of Crip Mac scholar.
No, even before he got locked up, and not only that is like, you know what I'm saying, he in a situation, or he could be, you know what I'm saying, that was messy on your behalf anyway. You know what I'm saying? You calling a female on the spot when you don't know about it.
But why would I? But he let me call.
Out of all these podcasters that be on No Jumper, Sporty Face give it to Adam every time he get a chance, bro.
Like, he didn't tell me not to call her.
That's what I was going to ask.
Let me ask you this question, Adam. Would she sent you 5 or 6 songs?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. So how long was Crip Mac locked up? A couple years?
2 years.
So if they wasn't released by then, and she had to get at you to review the songs or to, you know what I'm saying, promote the songs, why would you think that he would be cool with her?
Because people don't release music all the time. Like the fact that only one of those songs came out, which also they fell out like days after the one song came out.
I got like 4 songs in my phone with Tania, bro, that I know.
Right.
I mean, yeah, and you probably got a lot of songs with a bunch of other people that you have no problem with, that you cool with. It just hasn't.
And just in general, like every musician that I know, like every rapper I know, has probably like hundreds of unreleased songs on their phone. Like that's just normal.
Hey,
for sure.
But to be noted, they, before getting locked up, they was back and forth communicating, and then he'd say something, then it'd be back cool. So it's kind of like, who can really tell?
Right.
Shit. I mean, to be fair, as an artist or somebody who does music or anything like art or whatever you want, if you want to put that out, you gonna put that out, bro.
Okay, but that doesn't have anything to do with this, because it's not like I was calling her to talk about releasing the songs. I was just calling her in general to see if what they said to each other, you know. And I'm pretty sure if I search Tania Crip Mac right now, that it's not like there's going to be like a ton of videos out there that are like about the fact that they hate each other. Like as far as I know, he has not really said anything about her besides.
Crip Mac been gone. How can he have beef with this girl? You know, I'm pretty sure he ain't. Well, he evidently he's standing on some type of principle, because he was she got the baby by a hoover. Let's keep it going.
Maybe that initial, like right after that one song came out.
Well, I think
Adam, you smart, but you devious, man. You know what's going on.
Wait, but I'm trying to nip this. This is an inaccurate narrative.
No.
I actually did not know that they had any kind of issue. And if you watch the clip, it's like he does not communicate to me. Like if he had said no, don't call her, I would have hung up.
Hey, hold on.
If I actually got the idea that it was gonna make him uncomfortable.
So that's open and closed shut. Like it's obvious that they had a.
It ain't. Oh, I'm saying like this because y'all playing games.
No.
I'm not playing any games. I'm not trolling. I'm not doing any of that.
Let's just say this, because like I said, I ain't even a messy type of being business. Let's just say you was dealing with somebody, right? You know what I'm saying, that you go to jail, and like, well, this time out that they got a baby by your ops.
Okay, she got a new baby daddy from Hoover. So
And I did point that out to him, and that also seemed to be kind of a trigger for him.
yeah.
How many kids she got now? When she just had,
Tania?
She just had a baby on.
I think she might be at 5 or
I was gonna
6.
say she definitely got like enough for a hoop team.
I mean, she got 3 with just Snoopy Badass.
If y'all see the lady Tania, y'all will understand why motherfuckers not pulling out of that. Just keep it real. Let's go.
No, shout out to the women with a lot of kids. My mom
Yeah,
had
yeah,
8 kids.
shout out to
I'm not just saying. I'm talking about like in recent years. So she just had a baby.
She had a baby, yeah, like probably
She been in
last year.
Shout out to Tania though. She is a nice looking lady though, bro. She's bad.
a year ago.
Oh, so
she
we
gave
in jail.
birth.
Oh,
Like I said, I don't know they business. It could be, you know how, and it could just be from the jail time shit. When you dealing with somebody, you go to jail and they fall off. Like everybody don't get out and be with them people. But like I said, that's what I think that the situation stemmed from. If it is any problem, like nigga ain't gonna be favor of that. Like definitely, if I go to jail, you have, you know what I'm saying, kid by somebody that, you know what I'm saying, I view as an eye. Like,
go.
shit, how you think we cool?
But she got kids with people from every set in LA, realistically.
That was before his time.
She probably got some
Also,
Sereno babies running around.
He coming from a different. He coming from a
babies.
different perspective because the dynamic of your relationship is totally different than the average person, though.
I'm aware of that, but also it's like, for me, it's like if I had some ex-girlfriend from a couple years ago and Lush was like interviewing me and he was like, oh, I want to call this girl, and Lush has no clue that me and her are on bad terms, then who cares? And okay, if I say, Lush, no, don't call her, I don't want you talking to her, then that's one thing. But he didn't act upset about the idea of me calling her until she picks up, and then he kind of goes into overdrive, like he is just screaming on
At
her.
the sound of her
Okay,
voice,
yeah,
like,
maybe
what made
hearing
her
her
switch?
triggered him.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious
I
about.
almost feel like she didn't get a word in before he started screaming on her. Like,
So maybe it just took him like a second to process. Like you're like, yo, I'm about to call Tania, and he's like, all right, and then you call.
yeah,
and
he
then
didn't stop me. Like I thought that he would stop me if he really wanted me to not call her.
He didn't shoot you a cold glance.
And keep in mind that she had been hitting me up in such a way that it seemed like she was on good terms with him. So I'm not thinking he's going to be raging out at the idea of talking to her.
It could be. It also be that sometimes exes be cool, but they new spouses or the new people that they be with don't be cool with them situations though as well.
Yeah, he might be with a girl that
They go both ways though.
Yeah.
You know, you could be cool with your ex, you know what I'm saying, and her dude ain't cool with you, or you know what I'm saying, you could, vice versa, you know what I mean? His girl, your ex girl, you know what I'm saying, dude ain't, I don't know, but sometimes it be like that. Sometimes y'all be cool, but y'all, you know what I'm saying.
He just didn't have the. He didn't take.
cussing her out.
Screaming on her. You wouldn't believe it. And calling her a Hoover lover in
That's
other
what it is.
terms.
That's what it is, bro. Because leading up to him getting locked up, I don't think it was all the way clear that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, okay, that happens. And then, you know, and normally when we do a podcast, I don't think there's ever been a time where he like got up and did something else in the middle of it. And keep in mind, his energy was so good prior to this. He kept coming around the table and putting me in a headlock and shit, which normally in a podcast would be weird. But with him, you know, it felt like this was just all fun and games. We're having a good time.
See, Adam22 treat Crip Mac like a 7-year-old, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he respect him enough not to disrespect him to the fullest to where it'll make Crip Mac attack him. But he treat this man, he treat him like a kid, and Crip Mac ain't going for it.
Topics were going good. I had a bunch more good topics on deck. And then he kind of says like, I'm hungry and I gotta pee. You think my Corritos are here? Because I think Josh had ordered some Mexican food for him, and
A band comes and starts playing music.
Yeah.
Burritos.
What is it? Doritos.
no Corritos.
Yeah, you like
not a
burritos.
Corrito,
Like
but
burrito,
a burrito.
Corritos.
Yeah. Come on, Ed.
Man, first thought you were talking about Doritos. I'm like, damn, I'm like, man called it Doritos, Corritos. You talking about a burrito though?
So okay,
That's so tight.
so then he's gone for a couple minutes, and I kind of hear him like rumbling in the other room. So I walk out there, and I start to realize that he was actually mad, and that's why he walked off the podcast. And he's on his phone, and he's just hammering away, texting a mile a minute. And I start to realize that, well, I'll tell you first what he told me before we get into like what I learned afterwards. But he tells me that his girl is furious at him because of the Tania call, like his baby mama. And I'm like, why? Why does she even know about that?
Was it on live?
No, it wasn't live. And I'm like, why does she even know about that? And he's like, because I told her. And I'm like, well, I would just edit it out. Like if you want, it was only like 5 minutes that we would have to edit out of the podcast. And it was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, but like I'll edit it out if it's gonna be that big a deal. And he pretty much immediately goes into like, nah, now I gotta find a new place to live. Like she's gonna put me out. She did this and that. And I'm like, I'm kind of like confused about what to even say, because I'm like, we didn't even put the podcast out. Like you didn't have to tell her. You could have just kept this to yourself.
Did he think it was live?
I don't think so, because we never did a live podcast before.
Never, huh?
No.
And you just putting this business out there like that, you know what I'm saying? That he might be looking on saying for a place to stay.
Well, but Okay, I mean, yeah, you're right, but like, I'm kind of airing out.
Man, Spody Face, y'all pie, bro. You about like Munchie B now when it comes to the Crips. You say Munchie B be biased, always taking up for the Bloods, bro. You do the same exact thing for the Crips, and I'm here to say it. But I ain't never heard you say you're not biased, but it's to the point where you can't even listen to them talk about Crip Mac. You had to get up and go out when they first started talking about Crip Mac. That is crazy.
What happened? But that's what he told me is that like basically like now things are all bad. So then
you better get with what's cracking, man.
Yeah, he viral, bro.
He's not bad right now. Like if you put me out, I'm gonna be out your life. The baby gonna be cool. So look, we did a podcast. He called her. I ain't had nothing to do with this. That is over with.
He might be posted up with a supermodel as far as we know by the end of the week.
You better try to go get Stunner.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, from Blueface to Shooter to Crip Mac. There you go.
She's sleeping on Mac Nasty? Like she wanted to be serious?
I'm not even dealing with it. And I'm in a power space anyway, man.
Shout out to Juicy Drainer.
Let me say this to Crip Mac. Let me say this because
it's a whole big stir up, but listen, it got everybody routed up. But listen to this.
I watched the interview where he was saying that he really wasn't like dealing with her. I don't know to what extent. You know, when he first got out or whatever the case is.
Well, that's a good point too, is that if it had gone into my head of like, oh, maybe I shouldn't talk to a girl that he used to with because of his current girl, he has never said to me that he's in a relationship with his baby mama. He's always just said that they're co-parenting and that they are not romantically involved.
Yeah, but that could compromise co-parenting to a degree.
I mean, I don't see how, but that's what I was alluding to right there. That's the part that I heard. So my whole thing to, you know what I'm saying, the Crip Mac, bro, if she didn't hold you down and she wasn't near like Lupe, homie, you know what I'm saying, love would love you, dog. Straight up, homie, just because you out now and you cracking and all that, don't let no woman use that baby over you or nothing like that, homie. You know what I'm saying, get your chili, bro. You know what I'm saying, there's plenty of them out here. There's plenty of fish in this city. Because you got to care about somebody, don't mean
Is he alluding that him and Lupe should get together? Crip Mac and Lupe? That sounds like a perfect connection.
You got to be with him. That's
but so, okay, he sits down because he's like, Adam, I need the rest of the money because I sent him a deposit for the interview or whatever.
You just telling everything.
I mean, we're airing it all out. So then I said, I'm like, well, I can't give you the whole rest of the deposit because we only just did like an hour. Like, you know, I'm trying to do 2 hours. Like, I got a whole list of questions here. We didn't even get to most of them. Yeah. And he's like, all right, fine. And he like sits down and he's just still hammering away his phone. Like he's clearly just arguing.
While you're recording again at this point.
Yeah. And at a certain point, I'm like, so you good? He's like, all right. He puts his phone away, and then we start talking again. But he's super distracted. Like he can't get into the topics at all because now his mind state is just completely gone. Yeah. And so then he kind of like just gets up and he's just like, you know, Adam, I'm out of here. Like you don't even got to send me the money. I don't care. I'm just out of here. And so then it was actually like I pointed out to somebody the other day.
Y'all know what that is, man. Y'all know exactly what that is. What's going on with Crip Mac? That's just. His brain is functioning differently at that point in time, bro. He's not all the way, you know what I'm saying? He's not all the way right then and there. Y'all know what time that is.
Me and Crip Mac, as much as we've been through together.
Well, at least the way Adam painted it. You know what I'm saying? Adam is painting it to where this man is, you know.
And as many beefs as he's been in with people that I'm with and as many beefs as I've been in with people that he's with, me and him have never... Like, he has never dissed me, and I don't think I've ever dissed him. Like, we never went back and forth. He's talked crazy about, like, everybody, but he never talked crazy about me. At this point, he's telling me I'm a piece of like, he's really letting me know, and I'm trying to tell him, I'm like, bro, we'll edit it out the podcast, which that is the plan right now, is that we're going to edit it out the podcast so that people don't have to hear it, I guess. But, like, he's really pissed, and he's, like, really kind of trying to guilt trip me about the fact that now he needs to find a spot or whatever. And then I got Lupe talking into my other ear, kind of telling me, like, I'm going to calm him down. Like, he's just tweaking right now. He's just mad, whatever. And so, whatever. Like, then he leaves, and then I realize that he already has gone on his story while he was in the building and basically told everybody that I'm a backdoor guy and that I'm a Hoover lover.
What?
I mean, that's what he said. He's basically like, he felt like I set him up with the Tania call, which I had no idea that was something to set up.
You're a Hoover lover.
And also, I don't look at her as like a Hoover representative, right? Like, because yeah, she got a baby with a Hoover dude. I never met him. I mean, yeah, she got a baby with a bunch of guys. They're from a bunch of different hoods. Yeah, clearly she's not. She seems about as concerned with what hood people are from as I am about like what podcasters are on here, what hood they're from. Which is to say, I don't give a.
Her children could literally be like the United Nations of gangbanging, bro.
It would be like a Spody Face cipher.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Crips and the Bloods, man.
I reacted yesterday.
Yeah, man.
I watched it this morning. Yeah. Hey, shout out to Munchie's homie Smiley. He kind of spazzed the craziest out of everybody. Crip Mac tail. So then I am on Instagram. I go to message him, and it's like I see myself getting blocked while I'm looking at his profile. Like it loads.
Oh, he was typing.
It loads normally at first, and then I like click to message, and it like glitches, and then I go to look at it again. Boom! I'm like,
Crip Mac was looking for a way out. Who did Crip Mac link up with when he first got out of jail, y'all? 4 Extras. 4 Extras is telling him, hey, bro, do your thing, man. I'm telling you, bro. They both got the same type of brain, so they communicating on a higher level than what we can communicate with them on. You know what I'm saying? So they communicating, talking that gang stuff. He didn't know how to make his exit way out, Crip Mac, and this was his way of trying to get up out of there. And his brain wasn't thinking fast enough, y'all. That's all it was, man. But he said he done with Adam22 and unblocked him. I don't think he gonna hold this bar up like 4 Extras held his bar up. 4 Extras not dealing with him. I feel like Crip Mac could end up coming back to deal with Adam again, just for the dollar. But let's keep it going though. He gonna have to put that on 55th Street that he done with Adam22.
blocked. So I feel like I encountered like the exact second that I was being blocked. Anyway, then I start messaging his baby mama because we already follow each other, and also like he had just shared her on his story, so I'm kind of like seeing her messages about everything, and she basically has a completely different narrative because I message her and I say, I just called the bitch. Why would you be mad at him about that? And she said he was mad, not me.
Why are you calling his baby mama though?
I'm not calling. I'm DMing her.
Trying to help.
Come on, Spody. Let this white man do what he doing, man. You on his helmet, boy. He ready. He is ready.
He trying to throw him a bone. Like, why you mad at him when I caught her?
Why you worried about me and Juicy Drainer?
Man, you know how that go, man. You know what I'm saying? Homeboy, man. B, I'm saying that's like you been with the, that's like you out with the homie and you like, bro, you got me in trouble. And B, I'm tripping. I'm with you and you and like I just, you know,
I get it.
I'm not above messaging Germ. I'll message Germ.
Yeah, I get it if you was coming for that, but it's too much weird stuff.
Because I'm
getting
okay. Listen, hey,
I had to do that a couple of times before, man. I don't know what Spody Face so. Spody Face he just waiting for Adam to say something bad every time so he can smack him across his head, bro. That's what he doing.
Man, too much.
I'm just gonna throw a disclaimer on it. I am not trying to clap Juicy Drainer's cheeks.
All right.
I'm leaving her alone in that regard.
She cute though.
She does her sizness. Yeah.
Shout out to Juicy Drina.
does her sister.
Don't get me wrong. Salute to my guy Spody Face. I feel like he a real cool dude. I rock with this whole cast, even though y'all don't like Adam. I just say, hey, Adam is who he is, bro, and he's a funny motherfucker, bro.
She had her sizness under control. So basically, you know, I'm telling her what he was telling me, and she's pretty much right away saying that he actually felt like I was setting him up to get lined up somehow with the Tania thing, which, as much as we know about Tania, I don't look at her as a backdoor person or like someone that was gonna, you know, send a kill squad. I don't know if she even has dudes on deck that are down to move around like that for her or whatever.
What was her reaction? So as soon as like
She was crazy though. The thing about it, what they ain't said yet was, have Crip Mac been in communication with the Tania chick? Ain't no telling what's the communication, you know what I'm saying, level going back and forth that don't nobody really know about. They probably done been talking, you know what I'm saying, they had some type of communication somehow, but yet we don't know. So let's keep it going. Crip Mac, he probably thinking in his brain.
you call, she picks up. You said pretty much immediately C-Mac start wilding.
I'm gonna be real, he was screaming the whole time. I could barely hear a word she said.
So she didn't even like have a response.
No, she was talking literally the entire time, but he was just talking louder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you know, like we've seen C-Mac through different relationships.
All right, man, we gonna cut that right there, man. Shout out to Lush. He's about to get his, you know, his little poetic hip-hop analogy on this situation, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, man, you know, we got Crip Mac saying he done with Adam22 and his shenanigans, man. It seems like, I feel like I said earlier, I think Crip Mac was already looking for a way out. And he took this right here. You know what I'm saying? This was his chance, and he didn't know how to use it the right way. He just messed it all up. I don't know if he take medicine or whatever. He probably ain't, you know what I'm saying, probably didn't have his dosage that day or something, bro. He hungry, said he was hungry or something. So he, you know how some people is when they get hungry, man. But, I don't know, man. I think Crip Mac is not done with no jumper. It all could just be a play. As y'all know, that Crip Mac was smacking Adam22 girl on the cheeks. He smacked them cheeks 5 times 5, 55 on 55th Street. Man, but y'all get in that comment section and let me know what y'all think, man. Do y'all think Adam playing too much with Crip Mac, or do y'all think Crip Mac he might just be, need to take some medicine or something, got to get himself together, probably exhausted, bro, because he been going ever since he got out. He probably exhausted, bro. He's tired of stuff. His brain ain't, ain't getting enough sleep and stuff like that. That could be the case, man, because some people, everybody not the same, I should say that, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Hit that hype button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, it's your boy BT Scoop. I'm out.